a dream I know. Deep up my feelings for you. Watch.
Hello reality viewers, welcome back again to Reality Latest Gist, the home of news and politics. For this channel, we dey drop news every day and we dey react to every videos wey comes our way. And na reality news now we dey drop for this channel, and we dey also dey talk am as e be. If today na the first time we say you dey come across this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are returning subscribers, I appreciate all of una for una massive support to this channel. I say may God bless all of una in Jesus name, amen. I get video wey I wan present to una this very moment, and I go dey follow una dey watch the video. After we don watch am together, make we drop our opinion constructively for the comment section. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. Bye for now.
To research and explain to us what the Allen Group is doing for ICC. By the way, in fact, we are not transiting to something else. Okay? I want you to listen to the latest interview with Dr. White Allen, who is the man in charge of our case at the ICC. One moment. I want you to listen to the voice of America.
An independent journalist in Guinea, he spoke with me from the capital, Conakry. Criminal Court or ICC to investigate human rights violations by Nigerian security forces in parts of the West African countries. BW Global Group LLC, a human rights and government accountability advocacy firm, says it has documented compelling evidence that show gross human rights abuses committed by government troops in Nigeria. This, as U.S. Congressman Chris Smith, a ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Africa Committee, called on the international community to do more to stop the violence, adding that the people of Nigeria deserve to live in peace and their human rights protected. Dr. Alan White is partner of BW Global Group LLC in Washington, D.C. The organization works with other groups to promote human rights and seeks justice and accountability for victims of gross human rights violations and crimes against humanity. It tells me that the ICC must assume its responsibilities and investigate what he says are ongoing human rights abuses in Nigeria.
Okay, people say that the voice is not clear, so I'm going to share it now with the audio. One moment.
Advocacy firm says an independent journalist in Guinea. Independent journalist in Guinea. He spoke with me to stop the violence, adding that the people of Nigeria deserve to live in peace and their human rights protected. Dr. Alan White is partner of BW Global Group LLC in Washington, D.C. The organization works with other groups to promote human rights and seeks justice and accountability for victims of gross human rights violations and crimes against humanity. He tells me that the ICC must assume its responsibilities and investigate what he says are ongoing human rights abuses in Nigeria.
It's been clear since we've been involved in this that the atrocities are occurring daily, and we've been able to document those atrocities, and they're absolutely gruesome. And we have been able to identify specific locations, specific incidents. So having been able to collect that information professionally, succinctly, I've been doing this for 40 years, and it was a package of information that we were put together that we felt strong enough to make an initial referral, and we'll continue to provide additional information. But we felt compelled to do it, particularly in light of the recent illegal abduction of the leader, Nnamdi.
But do you think the evidence you have will be compelling enough that the prosecutor, the International Criminal Court, will refer this case for possible investigation?
Yes, we feel that, again, based on our experience of doing this for a significant amount of time, I was the chief of investigations for the Special Court for Sierra Leone that led the investigations that led to the indictment and successful conviction of Charles Taylor and the others. So we know what the evidence is that we need to collect. We know it has to be credible, it has to be reliable, and there needs to be a chain of custody, and all of that has been established. So we did provide a confidential referral to the Office of the Prosecutor, which was received and acknowledged yesterday, and we will continue to work with them and provide them information as it becomes available.
The Nigerian government has described IPOB, the organization that you represent or your organization represents, as a terrorist organization, and that they have been fomenting trouble, attacking police and other security agencies in Nigeria. And they are saying that supporting them and taking this matter to the International Criminal Court basically interferes in the government effort to maintain law and order and to protect its people as constitutionally mandated. How do you respond to that?
Well, we would vehemently object to that, because the only people that consider the IPOB as terrorists is Nigeria. And as a matter of fact, on April 20th of this year, the United Kingdom Visa and Immigration Office designated them as a group of people that were being persecuted, and as a result, they could seek asylum. So they were designated specifically by that group. The UN, the US, the European Union, nobody acknowledges them as a terrorist organization. Matter of fact, we have been told by people that work at the UN that have been over there that they were the largest and most vocal opposition. And let's
Largest and the most vocal opposition. Did you hear that? Dr. Allen was confronted with a question that, okay, but Nigeria government designated IPOB as a terrorist organization and taking the complaint of IPOB to the International Criminal Court will jeopardize this and that. So how did he respond to that? Did you see the response? Did you hear the response? The point here is that he said, we object that kind of view that IPOB is a terrorist organization. Nobody outside Nigeria government has, or have that kind of opinion. And then he went further to give reference to when IPOB was granted asylum by the United Kingdom. And then he also went further to make reference to the information coming from the United Nations, that the United Nations, the comment coming from United Nations is that IPOB is the world or the most, the largest and the most vocal opposition. So I hope you understand what is coming. The UN recognized IPOB worldwide as the most vocal, largest, most vocal opposition. Let me play it again, because this is what you should know. Some of you don't know, like those who are writing IPOB this, IPOB that. I want you to listen to this. When they are come, some of them who are coming to say, we had a Nnamdi Facebook, we had a Nnamdi social media. What are you doing in IPOB? What is it that you are doing in IPOB? What is it? What is it? Some of you, you had a Nnamdi IPOB, social media. What we are doing is not show on Facebook. Like this Finland idiotic coordinator. He came to say what we are doing. What we are doing is not a Facebook thing. It's not Facebook show. It's not social media. What is it? What is he doing in IPOB? What is his contribution in IPOB? These are questions, vital questions that people should be asking. You said that what you are doing is not social media. Is not who are you referring to? Are you referring to Nnamdi Kanu as well, who have used social media to destroy Nigeria, undermining the power of media, and he's a coordinator in Finland. Meanwhile, it is this same social media that Nnamdi Kanu have used to destroy Nigeria. On this Facebook and the Radio Biafra. And he said, what we are doing is not social media. Now I ask, if what we are doing is not social, if social media is not part of what we are doing, what are you doing in Finland as a coordinator? What is it that you are contributing to the struggle of IPOB? What? Bringing confusion, Asiri, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa every day. That is what you have brought to the struggle of Biafra. We want to know what is the contribution of this particular coordinator in IPOB. Because it is, sometimes we need to just sit back and think. Somebody is cajoling somebody that is not IPOB. What we are doing is not social media. Now I want to ask, and I need the fact. What is the contribution of the IPOB coordinator in Finland in the struggle? Is it money? Is it money? Is it members you are getting for IPOB? Is it contribution for ESN you are doing? Are you putting thousands of euros? Are you putting million naira? How much have you contributed since you become a coordinator in IPOB? We want to know. I want to know. I am very, very interested. How much all together, all your life in IPOB, how much have you contributed to the struggle? That every time, social media. Social media. What is it? I want people, as you listen to today, especially the leadership of IPOB. Search yourself, search your soul, search your conscience. What is it that you are doing for the IPOB that makes you more important than any other person? That makes you more special than any other person? And if you see somebody that is coming to destroy everything that we are doing, why should you allow the person to continue to destroy it? Why? Because I know some of you know the truth. But why would you allow that person to continue to destroy whatever we are doing? With lies and propaganda. Let us continue. Because that social media, without that social media, the information I'm dishing out to you now, you wouldn't know it. In fact, some of you, without this social media, you will watch video 20 times. You don't know what that video means. You don't know what that video is, what the message coming from that video, until somebody come to this social media and explain it to you. Before you know. So that is what social media is doing. Social media is being used to make sure we use truth to destroy the foundation of Nigeria. For those of you who don't know the work of social media, that is what social media is doing. And some of you, would you ever know that the UN said that IPOB is the largest, most vocal opposition? Have you ever heard it anywhere? But you are hearing it here because I am playing it on social media. I want you to listen to that again.
Security agencies in Nigeria, the others. So we know what the evidence is that we need to collect. We know it has to be credible, it has to be reliable, and there needs to be a chain of custody, and all of that has been established. So we did provide a confidential referral to the Office of the Prosecutor, which was received and acknowledged yesterday, and we will continue to work with them and provide them information as it becomes available.
The Nigerian government has described IPOB, the organization that you represent or your organization represents, as a terrorist organization, and that they have been fomenting trouble, attacking police and other security agencies in Nigeria. They are saying that supporting them and taking this matter to the International Criminal Court basically interferes in the government's effort to maintain law and order and to protect its people as constitutionally mandated. How do you respond to that?
Well, we would vehemently object to that, because the only people that consider the IPOB as terrorists is Nigeria. And as a matter of fact, on April 20th of this year, the United Kingdom Visa and Immigration Office designated them as a group of people that were being persecuted, and as a result, they could seek asylum. So they were designated specifically by that group. The UN, the US, the European Union, nobody acknowledges them as a terrorist organization. Matter of fact, we have been told by people that work at the UN that have been over there that they were the largest and most vocal opposition. And let's be clear about this. If you were being killed and slaughtered every day by members of your own government, why wouldn't you want to separate?
Okay.
And why wouldn't you want to have some sort of level of security?
Okay.
If the International Criminal Court decides not to take up this case, are there any other avenues to seek redress?
Well, we'll certainly seek whatever redress is available to us. This is one that's immediately available to us. And keep in mind, the Office of the Prosecutor did, in fact, conduct a preliminary examination and close that report out in December of 2019 or 2020. And in that report, they did find that there were crimes against humanity that were being committed not only by Boko Haram, but also by Nigerian security forces. So that's what their job is. And nobody's above the law. And the fact that Nigeria is a signatory to the Rome Statute, and they are not taking action against these people or stopping it, matter of fact, they're complicit, then the International Criminal Court is a court of last resort. And if the country that's involved is not taking care of the problem or cannot police itself, then the ICC must do it. And we are there to support and help them in seeking justice for the IPOB members.
After the ICC officially acknowledged receipt of your petition, what's next for you and what's next for the process moving forward?
Well, they will continue to evaluate it and assess it. And we think it's rather compelling. And hopefully the next step is that they will formally open an investigation. And meanwhile, we will continue to provide information to support their efforts. And again, we'll seek support elsewhere. We'll be seeking support from the British government. We'll be seeking support certainly over in the US and also the UN organizations, to include the European Union. The European Union is heavily engaged in sanctioning countries and heads of state or governments that engage in human rights violations and corruption. And unfortunately, we have both ongoing there right now.
Dr. Alan White is partner of BL Global Group, LLC. He spoke with me from here in Washington, D.C.
All right, you heard that? You heard that? Of course, everything he said, I'm not going to explain everything, but the most important thing is that he said that the Office of the Prosecutor from the ICC have acknowledged them, and, we move forward. We're going to involve the government of the United Kingdom. We're going to involve the European Union. We're going to involve the United States, and it is happening. Now, for you to know how far within these short days, this thing has gone, I want to show you something, because our own is that we do with the show. I want to show you something. One moment. Now I want you to watch this. So, let us. Let me zoom it a little bit. And also for those who don't understand, let me also make reference here. Remember that this particular move to the ICC now. I hope you listened to the Dr. Allen when he appeared on my program. So you see, one thing is that a lot of people don't understand. Nnamdi gave task to a lot of people. Okay? And it is only him that knows why he gave task to different kind of people. And the point is that Sometimes you don't, let me not go deep, but please, when people are doing something and they say they are doing this for Biafra, and you know that that thing is the right thing, okay? And you know that the person is a close ally to Nnamdi Kanu, don't fight it. If you follow me, there was a time I came online and I started announcing, after the abduction of our leader, I started announcing that if you know you have anything with Nnamdi Kanu, it is time to bring it out. How many of you remember when I made that announcement? How many of you remember? I said, if you know there is something you have with our leader, it is time to bring it out. How many of you remember that? I want to see whether you people are following me. Because I said that here. Thank you very much. And today, I am repeating it again. I am not dragging position with anybody. I am not in charge. I'm not even holding any position in IPOB. Okay? But again, I am saying, I am making that an announcement again. If you know there is anything you have with our leader in this struggle, it is time to come forward. And let me tell you, when you see anybody doing anything, when you see any group of people doing anything, and that thing they are doing is for the interest of this struggle, but because it is not coming from the people you expected that it should come from, don't fight it. Don't fight it. When you see somebody doing something and the thing you see that that person is doing is good, but because it is not coming from a specific people or from you know, a specific individual, so for that reason, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Support it, irrespective of where it is coming from, because you don't know what that person, what that group have with Onyendu. You don't know it. You don't know. So if you know, let me come to your now. If you see anybody pop up somewhere doing something that is good for the release of Onyendu, for Biafra struggle, don't attack the person. Somebody say, how do I know? Somebody say, how do I know the people are attacking me? Of course, you know them. You know those who are, who, you know, you have been, if you follow the struggle, you know that the IPOB, okay? There are the media team, there are those in the media that you know well, that they are from IPOB. So even if you don't recognize all the rats that are commenting and nobody is following them, at least there are people that you know that are IPOB media people, and you cannot say that you have not seen them attacking me. So it is not a question of whether it is DSS or not. No, it is not a question of that. Because even if the DSS are among those attacking me, at least you must have identified 1 or 2 or 3 persons that are IPOB media team. So my advice now is that if you see somebody doing something for IPOB, and your money is not there, if you see somebody doing something and that person did not ask you, bring money, let me do this, and the person is doing it, don't attack the person, because you don't know what that person has with Onyendu. You don't know. You know, these are something that you know, every adult should know something. It is not everything but everything we are put on social media. It is not everything. Some of you are not even open to talk to anybody. When we write you, you don't want to respond to message. You don't want to read message. You know, to give you advice. You already have this hatred in you that this person, I can never talk to him. So if you see anybody doing anything, don't attack the person. Leave it. If the thing is good, Onyendu will come out. Are you people thinking he's not going to come out again? He's going to come out. And anybody that did wrong, We are going to see. We are not Anahabasa. Even if everything we are doing, like some people say, I am going to be shocked when Onyendu will come out. He is just going to sack me. Yeah. Sack me. I have been sacked now. How many times are you people going to sack me? How many times are you going to sack me? Okay? I have been sacked. It is there on the social media. The Nigerian news media carried it. Samanekpa was sacked. I don't know who is sacking me, but it is there already. How many times are you going to sack me? But it is not going to stop me from what I'm doing when I know that what I'm doing is right. So I want you to read this. Moment. As you can see, now this thing read, use of Nigeria military against Biafra civilians is genocide. ICC investigate Nigeria government. You didn't see that? ICC investigate Nigeria government. ICC investigate Nigeria government. Now listen. Washington, D.C. BW Global Group LLC, a human rights and government accountability advocacy firm in Washington, D.C., September 15th, 2021, filed a formal communication with the Office of the Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court. This filing was submitted pursuant to Article 15 of the Rome Statute, of which the Nigerian government is signatory. I want you to understand let me not go into the details of this, but there is this particular report I would want to read. I want to read this report from the Washington Post. I want to tell you how far this has gone. I want to read this report from the Washington Post. One moment. Let me read the report from the Washington Post. Now, did you see this? This is a report from Washington Post. Washington Post. Now, after initial denial responsibility, Nigeria's Air Force admit to strike in area where civilians were reported killed. Okay? This is Washington Post. Now, what I want to show you from this Washington Post is something different. I want you to see this. Nigeria Air Force confirmed that there was an airstrike targeting a branch of Islamic group Boko Haram in the northeast part of the country, where civilians were reported to have been killed, a spokesman said on Thursday. The incident comes amid debate about the Nigerian government counter-terrorism tactics, which critics say too often claim the life of innocent people. Separatists, I want you to pay attention to this. Separatists in Nigeria recently sued the top Biden administration officials for clearing the sale of warplane to the country in a deal initially green-lighted by the Trump administration. Did you see that? Did you see the separatists in Nigeria, which is talking about IPOB? Did you see that on Washington Post? That is the international awareness we are talking about. Do you see that in Washington Post, the IPOB case is being reported as a separatist in Nigeria recently sued two top bidding administration officials for clearing the sale of warplane to the country in a deal initially green-lighted by Trump. Do you see what it is generating for, in this international media? And this is Washington Post. What I just read to you now is the Washington Post. So the awareness is now gaining global attention. You see, some of you are not aware of this thing. Some of you claiming we are doing this, Samanakpa is hijacking this, IPOB, this and that. You don't know how this is happening. So can you allow the people, can you allow those who Nnamdi have, directed to do underground work to continue to do and stop all this social media madness? Something you don't know is bigger than you. Bigger than you. Nnamdi is a brain man. Brain. That man is brain. Because when I was one day I was just thinking, how did he manage to do this? You must be an extraordinary human being to be able to succeed in Biafra struggle to this point. It must be. So why do some people just decide to start misbehaving? When you talk IPOB, you just joined yesterday. I was here.